Hey everyone, welcome to Care for Crafting's Crafting with a Cuppa. I'm Lissa.
I'm Jeremy.
Hey, I'm Rachel.
And welcome to another week.
This will be one of the last ones of 2020. We might film another one, but I think it'll be the last one we post, won't it?
Probably until after New Year's. Too much Christmas stuff going on.
Yeah.
We have so many holiday things that we're trying to make that we can't put on camera yet. If we do, we'll be ruining a lot of gifts.
Right?
So it's going to look like we're doing nothing. I promise you we're doing a ton. But you're not going to see any of it until probably after New Year's.
They unshackled me from the sewing machine. There's no marks on my wrist, but my ankles are another story.
I mean, everybody feels like they're chained to their sewing machine right now, or their crochet hook, or their knitting needles, or their Ada cloth, whatever they're doing.
I had to unchain myself from the sewing machine to do this. I have a stack of fabric that's bigger than me. I'm only 5'3", but still, that's a lot of fabric.
I was there when she got it. It's a lot of fabric. We had fun picking it out, though.
What's funny is that they act like this is a special occasion. This is every day for them.
The sale was good.
We hit Joann's Black Friday sale.
It's the excuse every year, ain't it?
It was Lissa and me and my oldest son. My oldest son, I think, had the most fun because he's going through the store picking out yarn for Lissa to make him things with. I want socks out of this. I want a hat out of this. I want...
Y'all corrupted the poor boy.
Meanwhile, her hands are just sitting there curling up from the cramps she's going to get from all this knitting.
It won't be too terribly bad. We only got, 3 skeins of yarn for him? Shouldn't be too bad.
Is it all
You have
knitting or
3
is
weeks.
some of it going to be crochet?
I'm probably going to combine them.
Okay, so I'll be able to get onto him for turning my wife into a hooker again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hooker.
For those that haven't seen it, there's apparently some comedian that talks about crocheters being hookers.
Kristen Key.
Yeah, that was funny.
I just can never remember the name.
Her stilettos are stuck in her granny square.
Y'all should look it up. It's funny stuff. I saw that and died laughing, and so did everybody else that I've shown it to.
So this week we just kind of we capitulated, and Lissa and I have tea brewed at normal strength, and then we have whatever Jeremy's got going on over there. I've heard of a thing called a samovar that's pretty popular in Russia, and that kind of looks like the description of how they brew the tea for the samovar.
I can still see through it. It's not strong enough yet.
Good God. So I guess we're all weird because Lissa puts enough sugar in her tea to keep a whole sugar farm in work. Jeremy keeps the whole tea farm in work on one pot of tea, and then I'm just over here with no sugar and black tea.
So when they're growing tea, is it technically a farm or is it an orchard?
I thought it was more like a plantation.
Yeah, but that word's got some
weird
connotations.
Got bad connotations, but I thought that's what they called it.
They do call it a plantation, but
I mean, they're changing the name.
Well, that's the reason they changed away from plantation meant.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I can't find that tea anymore.
Yeah.
So what is it called now?
Pure mint.
Pure mint? But it's...
No.
Okay.
That's not the same thing, because the mint that I liked before was a black tea.
So we don't have much to talk about this week that we can show.
I'm gonna go over a couple of projects that we're working on as far as just mentally at this point. Haven't quite gotten everything together to work on it yet.
I think the first one we need to talk about is this one. This is the one that Lissa and I are doing together.
Wait,
and
hold that up? That looks kinda...
We started at different spots. I just started at one spot and I'm going over, but Look, it's the same star. That's the difference between 28 and 14 count.
That's not exactly what I was going for, but okay, we'll leave it there.
So Rachel,
I don't even want to know.
Probably not.
Rachel picked up some really great Ada. Didn't realize until after it was sparkly.
It sparkles.
So, slight note for those who decide to get the sparkly, it is a little rougher feeling.
Now, does it sparkle or just sparkle in the sunlight? Because I don't like that kind.
It just sparkles.
So, not a lot of the stitching's done. We just started this one. But we did cut our canvases down to size, and so that's how big mine's going to be, and that's how big hers is going to be. And so this is 28 count, and that's 14 count. And the only thing that we kind of started in different spots. The only thing that's done that you could really compare is this star. So there's her star versus my star.
I just noticed that we're both using the same color. Just about.
And our frames came from the same set. Oh my gosh, we've been hanging out too much.
No such thing as too much.
This is what I live with.
All the time. All the time.
You'd never know it from looking at it. She started out as my friend, became my sister, then my wife comes along and hijacks her.
That's the way it goes.
We all have fun. So it's winter time and we've been talking about hand warmers. So I thought I would show off a pair I made last year. Because of course, I haven't really had time to do much yarn wise. This is it on. The pattern is treads. This is similar to what I'm going to be making for her son. But the great thing about this is it's kind of like got a reinforced here with a seed stitch. And same down here. And I've noticed that with it being seed stitched on the knuckles, it actually lasts longer.
And they're not going home with her.
Yeah, they are.
They're not going back home with you.
My last project I've done is, well, it looks like I've done nothing at all. Don't you love those projects? I've actually got all the way up to about here where there's not a single gap at all. And this one's a lot of confetti, so I've just been kind of trying to fill it in color by color. Those are my projects.
She'll have that bookmark done for me by probably 4th of July.
For later.
How about the wedding sampler? Is it done yet?
No.
Barely worked on.
Then again, my birthday present's still not done either, and it's 3 months old now, so.
Parts got lost.
And found again.
And now I'm waiting on him to tell me if he likes the stuffing in it or not.
I told her yes 3 times.
Not when I'm sitting there asking.
What
And
did
this
you
is why it
stuff
lasts.
it with?
Polyfill?
Dog fur?
Polyfill.
She didn't use polyfill. She just got the dog fur off of her couch.
That'd be
Surprisingly,
enough for 15 of them.
Right?
only one that really sheds is the little one.
If it was at my house, she could have got the cat fur off the couch. In fact, we've got the cat locked in the bathroom because he was on string patrol. And, you know, he was really making a nuisance of himself. He spilled the tea a couple times. So, part of getting ready for these videos is that we have to corral the kitty. Both of them.
So anyways, moving on to mine that I can honestly say I haven't done anything on really. I had Alyssa start it for me, but she keeps handing me so many Christmas projects and stuff to work on that I don't have time to do much of anything else. But little bitty tiny spot up there where it has been started for pandemic. And still massively worried about the overall size of this thing. So, in 6 months or so, if I've gotten a few more lines into it and you guys hear about Rachel ending up in a river somewhere, you know why it happened.
I'm in danger.
No, what'll most likely happen if you get that frustrated with it is I'll just take over. And it'll get done in 6 years.
6 years, that's funny.
I'll probably inherit this one.
One of us will
Considering the
finish it.
speed you're getting done with that one over there.
Yeah, you're fast.
Well, here's Pandemic's counterpart. This is new normal. Still a lot of blank canvas here, but I did fill in the rest of the rocking horse. Dropped a needle in my tea. And then I think this is going to be this is definitely a butterfly, and I think this is going to be another butterfly here, but it's like a side view. And then I have my F-bomb, because of course I have to be a child about everything.
I think it's funny. Just like my I solemnly swear a lot.
Yeah. My other project, this is one that I worked on a lot, and you can't really even tell I was there. This is the picture of what it will look like when it's done. It's Shooting Star from Heaven and Earth, and this right here is just this little upper corner. You can kind of start to see where little kitty cat's helmet's coming in.
What, the kitty cat has a helmet head?
Like, is that a Spaceballs joke?
Sure, we'll go with that.
I mean, I immediately thought of Rick Moranis and Spaceballs. I have a needle minder on this one that's appropriate. It's a little kitty that says Stitching Assistant, which is kind of funny because my stitching assistant was on string patrol and he's now locked in the bathroom.
I do find it hilarious that I have the most adult-looking needle minder out of all of us.
Why is that hilarious?
Because I'm the one that's normally joking around more than the two of you.
But I solemnly swear a lot.
No, it's fitting for you. You're a potty mouth for sure.
In more than one way.
Why do you suddenly sound like Sheldon Cooper?
Huh?
The way you told her she's a potty mouth for sure. You sound like Sheldon Cooper. Gotta keep in mind I love Sheldon.
So yeah, we've been doing a lot of crafting and stuff that we've got to get done for other people. So since we can't show those on camera just yet, please keep in mind that we are still working very hard on a lot of different gifts. A lot of different things that you won't get to see for a few months, unfortunately, or at least a few weeks. It depends on how quickly we can get back to the camera.
You know, Jeremy, I'm looking at your cup there, and it kind of looks like you left a lipstick mark. Are you wearing lipstick?
No.
You are. You're wearing lipstick.
Well, maybe if y'all would quit bumping the table and spilling things everywhere, it wouldn't look like that.
I've only done it once.
You've done it once, Kat's done it once, Rachel did it once. I'm just the only one that can be graceful about drinking tea sitting here.
Graceful.
Yeah. I haven't spilt anything once. Even if I just take the pot itself and just start drinking from it.
That's graceful.
Very.
Okay.
And tasty. Still not strong enough though.
You're kidding me. It looks like coffee.
It's been sitting in those leaves this entire time.
I didn't even take the tea leaves out. Oh my goodness.
It's close, but
I crammed as much tea as I could get in the basket.
there's still a little bit of room.
And I didn't even take the tea leaves out. I just let it steep.
Let's put it this way. If I were to put any of that tea in my cup, I would probably need this whole thing of sugar just to combat the bitter.
You want to try a taste?
No, thank you.
Nobody
bad.
wants to try a taste.
I can use the spout like a straw.
Oh my god. This is why we can't have nice things.
You can have nice things. I'm not breaking it using it as a straw.
I'll have to boil it later. Why are you? It's not a genie. Oh my god! If a genie comes out of there, the 3 wishes are mine.
Always have to try.
Ow! Mine holds
Pansy.
heat better than yours.
Not too much.
That's been Crafting with the Cuppa with Care for Crafting. Have a great week, guys, and happy holidays.
See you next time.